Hey everyone, welcome back to Psyched About Life, where we talk about psychology, life growth, and personal development. Today's video is all about solitude versus isolation, what each one means, what the clear difference is, and how to incorporate a healthy amount of solitude into our day-to-day lives and the significance of solitude. So this one is a favorite of mine, and I say that for almost all of my videos, but I really mean it. I try to practice a little bit of solitude. I call it moments of peace, because the day can be very hectic, whether it's in the morning, after work, after something that is very stressful. And it's really good for even me to just take some time to myself, be alone with myself, and do something that I find relaxing or beneficial, and that's where that healthiness comes into play. So we're going to talk about it in just a second. So solitude, and yes, my lights keep changing. I'm sorry, my light bulb is very strange. I don't know why it does that, but solitude can be a time of reflection, inner searching, doing something that you enjoy, just you alone, and a time for growth. It can be in the comfort of your home, in honestly any environment, but definitely pick an environment that it feels safe, feels relaxing. You could even be with nature, outdoors. Yeah, the whole point of solitude is just to find peace by yourself and to take time alone to yourself. You know, we are very social beings. We crave being social. We crave comfort of others or just being with other people. But sometimes it is necessary for us to just take a step back and do something for us, for ourselves. And a lot of people think that's selfish, but no, like even if it's for 5 minutes, a minute, an hour, you know, whatever the case may be. Of course, with healthy limitations, it can be used for a lot of beneficial reasons, and we'll get into that in just a bit. But one thing I also want to mention is that a lot of people mistake solitude for isolation. Isolation is more so being purposeful with your solitude to avoid something, to not also incorporate being with other people, and it's important to be with other people also. But like I said, everything comes with limitations and a balance. If it's harming you or your others, that is very unhealthy, you know, so everything comes with like a balance beam, an adjustment. So think of it like that. Like that's how I like to think of solitude and isolation. I myself don't have many close friends, but even if you have a lot of close friends, I mean a lot of friends in general, solitude can be very good for you, and there's many benefits. And with that being said, here are some of the benefits of solitude, and these are some, not all of them, I will be mentioning in this video. It really is how you want to interpret it and what makes you happy and grow and develop as an individual. So one thing is that it really allows you to reboot your brain and unwind, replenish itself, rest. Being by yourself with no distractions gives you a chance to clear your mind and focus and think more clearly, and that helps you in your thought process, in your communication with others, your understanding of things, taking time to process, right? So many things happen to us even in a moment. So it's necessary for us to reflect upon what just happened, take time to yourself, and give yourself an opportunity to rest and replenish. Another benefit is that solitude increases productivity. It increases concentration. So like the first one, our brain needs time to unwind and revitalize. So when you're able to concentrate, you can also get more work done, and even in a shorter amount of time if there is a deadline to meet. Number 3, solitude gives you an opportunity to discover yourself. Like I said, with that self-discovery, that's a time for you to find, unlock more about yourself, and maybe do some journaling and reflection and try new hobbies that you never would have thought you'd be interested in, or go back to old hobbies and do things that you like. Solitude also helps you work through your problems more effectively, right? So it's hard to think of a solution when you're distracted, when you're overwhelmed, when you don't give yourself a moment to just take it all in and think clearly. So it's really good for you. We're not robots. We shouldn't be glued to anything. We should just have a balance in our day-to-day routine and take a time to ourselves to just really process. Life is just a process, like metaphorically speaking, everything just needs time. And I think that really the biggest battle in life is time. A lot of us think that there's not enough time, but when we prioritize what's important to us, including solitude and self-reflection, we can get things done that really need to be done. And then if we make more time for other things, so it's really good to prioritize that time. And then also, solitude can enhance the quality of your relationships, whether that's platonic or romantic. It helps you make better choices about who you want to be around, what you desire, how you communicate with others. So by spending time with yourself, you're gaining a better understanding of what you want and what you desire, and that also applies to your relationships, and also how you can better appreciate even your relationships more, because you're understanding, well, this is actually what's going on. I'm doing some reflection, and these are the needs that are being met, and these are not my needs being met. So it really helps you kind of understand the situation a little bit better. Another big question is, how do you create alone time? Now, this may be very hard if you have children, if you have a busy schedule, or whatever the case may be. It could even be just waking up an extra hour, or before you go to bed, taking time to yourself, going to a corner or going somewhere to just disconnect, unplug those phones and devices, maybe do something that's more creative and more where you can really get in tune with yourself, like doing a writing activity, reading, a puzzle. You can even just wake up a half an hour, like I said, or an hour earlier, and just take time to meditate, do what makes you happy, problem solve, create, produce. And this even works when you get to work before everyone else arrives. And before that phone rings, take that time to yourself. It doesn't matter how much time, it's just getting into that habit. So that's also a key ingredient, is getting into the habit of making time for yourself. It doesn't have to be a certain amount of time. It can also, you can build upon that and increase over time once you get into that habit. Also, close your door. If you have an office, or if you don't have that privilege, even your bedroom, close your door for a little bit and just take time to yourself. Put up a sign even and saying doing something, I'm in the middle of something, whatever the case may be. And if people are really pressuring you and pushing you, well, then maybe it's time to get into the habit of setting boundaries, or maybe that person doesn't respect your boundaries, and that's something to also think and reflect upon. Also, when you use your lunchtime, maybe don't go straight to TikTok or Instagram. Maybe do something that's a little bit more reflective, solitude really should be something that doesn't involve those social platforms, right? It could be just doing something that you enjoy, even watching a video, once a week, or even just a couple times a month, spending time with yourself, walk, sit in the sun outside, go to a park and eat. Enjoy the time you have alone, because, we really take for granted those times. And then I'll just share with you guys a couple of times that I really started to appreciate solitude in ways that I not isolate, but just spend time alone. Is in between my internship and my job in the afternoon, I would go to a park, walk around a lake. I would sit down, look at the swans, look at the ducks, maybe even people watch, unless people are concerned while you're watching them. Don't make it uncomfortable. Grab a book if it's nice weather, sit, maybe get some food prior, that's something that I really enjoy doing. I really love nature. I could think about just being in my room, just putting on a video game, journaling, looking at stuff, looking at psych articles, and looking at things to look at for next videos. I do take time to myself, and I feel more independent. I feel more free. I feel like, there's not all eyes on me, and I can just be myself. And, even though I should feel like that all the time, that's hard to do. So it's good to really take time for yourself. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, and if you're new here, welcome. My videos are tailored to people that just really want to grow and develop, as well as psych lovers. I have a master's in school psychology, a bachelor's in psych, and I am growing more fond each and every day of psychology and growth. And I truly believe that people can have a growth mindset, and that you're never truly finished growing. I feel like our whole lives can be moments and opportunities to grow. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.